Hello YouTube, I hope you're doing fine. I'm not that good. I got a cold, did catch the flu somewhere, and been sick the past week. First it was so bad I couldn't get out of bed, and that happened the first time in my whole life that I could not get out of bed because I was that sick. And then just when I thought I got better, boom, I got worse again, but at least I'm able to be up and work. And today I want to show you my thumb. What can you hide behind a thumb? And I have small hands. This little guy, this is based on my Pico 328 PCB, and it is a OLED. It is the PCB, and it is my RTC Pico RTC, my own version of a RTC module that is also compatible with the Raspberry Pi ones, like the ones they sell like this, and mostly they come without batteries. As you will see here, they come like this, so I have to put my own battery on there, which I bought extra, these guys, and I do solder them down there on there. So anyhow, first let's get rid of this. I hate those stickers, so you can see the whole beauty of it. So this is a 0.64 inch OLED display, and as I said, this is my Pico PCB. It has a navigation switch and my Pico RTC. I can make them, let me show you these again first. I can make them in two versions, one with the battery that gets soldered onto the PCB, or with a CR1220 battery that you can just replace yourself when you need it. You just push it out and push the new one in, and then it will work again, or it will keep the time again if the battery runs out, which these last like about 3 years. So this one will be a little less, I guess. I would say 2 years, maybe even more, maybe 2.5 years. So it's a pretty long living module, and it keeps the time. And you might have seen in my other videos, my clocks are very precise. So that chip, it's a DS3231M chip, and it's very precise. The China ones use the bigger version, package version, so mine is like much smaller. Anyhow, so this is my RTC chip. I will put these up on Tindy also. If anybody is interested, they can get it there. So now, without further ado, what did I do to this? I figured I make, you guess it, a clock out of it. And that's what I did. Let me plug this in. And here you go. This is probably the smallest analog clock you can find. And as you see, it's 7:25 p.m. This is obviously only a 12-hour version, but this code is not finished yet, because of course you will be able to adjust the time, and I will have to figure out with the code something to make it possible that you can see it, because it's a smaller display. So I edited the code that I found on the internet, and if you search for analog OLED clock, you will find them. There are several versions out there. This one, of course, I edited the faceplate a little, and this is it. This is the clock. What I also want to do with this little guy is put this GPS on it, and this one fits also. As I was designing it, I made it so this is the top, that the GPS fits back here like this. So it's about then the same size, only that you also have an antenna, which is this little guy here. So that's the antenna for those modules, GPS modules that I use and love, and they're very good. So, and with this as a GPS, it's gonna be practically a little speedo. What I was thinking is as a kind of head-up display for motorcycle helmet, for example. So you would have your speed always in front of you, or you could place it near where you have your camera and see the speed that you're going. So this is it. This is the clock. Oh, I also did make a small addition to my Olodino clock, the ice cube clock. Oops, it now has a dimming feature. I will put it like it will start at 10 o'clock at night and go till 6 o'clock in the morning, for example. Something like that, and it will dim the display. I would like to show it to you, but I'll leave that for another video. And this one I will call, guess it, you can't, sugar cube clock, because it's almost, I just wish the displays would be really shorter, because the PCB of them, hold on a second. I have it right here. Sorry about the bump, and sorry about the background noise. I have my 3D printer running. I'm printing some 3D cases for the clock. So this is the same PCB, I mean same display, and they could really have made it smaller, a little bit at least, but anyhow, it is what it is. So this is my version of a miniature analog clock. I could make it digital, but I kinda like this. So you could almost make a ring out of it if you place the PCBs different. This one obviously does not have a LiPo charging circuit. Oh, that brings me to it. I also designed the same, actually shorter than this, no, the same size as this PCB, which is 18 by 18 millimeters. I designed a LiPo charger which has up to 15 or 16 volt input, also a micro USB input for charging from 5 volts. It will have an on-off switch, it has a LiPo charging circuit, and it has a 3.3 volt load dropout voltage regulator. So that's next. I will make a PCB again, the panel PCB, like I did before. You might have seen the video about it. And yes, so I will also have a charging PCB, and that would be also, it's also designed to work with this PCB, or with this Pico 328 PCB. So you will be able to just stack them and get it the size you want, which will be very tiny. So that I will be ordering next. I think this was it. I did mention that I have an update to the clock. Yes, if you have any ideas what I can turn this into else, it could be a small temperature display, it could be I don't know, voltmeter. I also have a code with the analog gauge for this display, the size of this display, so that I might show you too sometime. And this is it, guys. Oh, I also wanted to mention, I did show it on the other video I had, Here I have 4 pins. These are for the side emitting neopixels that I also use on my police light PCB. You might have seen that video too. On here I have 14 of them on here and one on here. And since the OLED clock or my ice cube clock has 4 LEDs on each corner, and since this PCB is too small for that, I will use the NeoPixel as optical alarm. So, and it is very bright. It is also here, but I just didn't have added the code yet. And while I was looking at it yesterday or a couple days ago, these pins are the size of a, let me get my ruler out. These are essentially, which side is it? On the other side. Please focus. These are essentially 0402 sized SMD parts. That's how far these pins are apart, only that there are 4 of them instead of 2. I don't know if you can see it. It's very hard to do this in front of the phone. No, that's even worse. But you get my idea. Let me shine a little light on it, maybe. Okay, I definitely need a camera with manual focus. Okay, I think you can see it now. So this is practically a double 0402 SMD, and normally I use 0805. So these things are tiny, and I do place these by hand on this PCB, including the solder paste. Solder paste I paste on there, or I put on there with a needle. I pick it up off the syringe like this, because this is not it comes out too much. With this I can control it better, and then I place it one by one on here, and it is a lot of work, trust me. So anyhow, this was about my, what did I call it, sugar cube clock, and I really do like it. Anyhow, without making it too long, it's already past 13 minutes. Thanks for watching, and take care, everybody. Hello YouTube. Of course I did forget some things to say, so I will either add this video on the back of the first one or call it update 2 to show you the PCB a little more and show you how to upload code to it. So it is essentially very easy. I got my 5 pins down there, and normally I use the USB to TTL adapter with pogo pins. This is a 3.3 version. I also have a 5 volt version, of course, which is this guy. On this one I just soldered female pin headers on here, and I can just plug it in. Of course the clock's gonna work again, and then click upload, and this way I can show you also the NeoPixel. It is compiling right now. I'm using, of course, Arduino IDE. Board is the Arduino Uno, only that mine is much smaller. And you saw the blue LED here blink. I also have a LED on pin 13, so you can use that. And this is the side emitting NeoPixel. I'm just running my regular police light code on it, and this way I can see it's more red than blue. But maybe it's just because of the, I don't know which LED is going on there right now. Anyhow, So this will be the, I said visual indicator or optical indicator in the last video. One of them was wrong. You know, it will be visual indicator for the alarm. And as you see, this thing is also very bright. And if you have this standing somewhere, of course without that you can just plug it out, plug this one in, so it will be very bright. So as you see, even though it's this size, you can just use a USB adapter and upload code to it and change it whenever you like. Of course it has the 16 megahertz crystal on there. I use real crystals, not the one with 3 pins, which are oscillators only. And I have the D13 LED here and the NeoPixel, and I have the pin outs for the RTC module and for the GPS, so serial in, serial out. And on the back I have the pads for the navigation switch. So on this one I use the smaller one, which you can see here. So since it's a smaller PCB and I have a few of those, I might use those. So this is it, guys, and of course I will be putting up the Pico 328 also on Tindie along with the Pico RTC modules, and later on my Pico LiPo charger will follow. Okay, this was it. I don't bother you anymore, at least for today. Thanks for watching and take care, everybody.